Hey guys,
Ryan here.
I'm Matthew here, and today we are here with a Q&A advice special.
Woo! Firstly, disclaimer, I'm quite ill. My throat is just razor blade, so I'm slow dying.
And on that happy note, we are currently just going through some of the questions that you guys sent in on our Instagram. We feel so happy right now because we've got so many Instagram followers lately that have come through from other social media channels. So thank you so much for joining us in our Instagram family.
And for coming over to YouTube. Hiya.
Hi! And we thought we'd just ask you guys if there was anything that you wanted us to talk about or give kind of advice about, or our opinions on things, whether that be LGBT things, life, anything you want, and we just get a bloody good range, so
we also got a hell of a lot of comments asking about me and Matthew, and we were relieved that, because we have asked quite a few of those in the previous Q&A, so if you are interested in finding out how we met, then if you go into our YouTube channel, you can find...
We'll put the link below, because we can help you with that.
There's Q&A where we answer that, so this is more about
just giving advice, yeah, for things that how we would do things. So the first question we got, we're going to keep this all anonymous because we didn't actually do a disclaimer on names and things.
And also remember, it's just our opinion, so we're not
professionals.
Yeah.
But the first question was, people keep telling me that when I grow up I won't be a lesbian anymore. What do I do?
Shrug it off. Shrug it off?
I think, yeah, just shrug it off.
How do they know?
You just don't know. I feel like a lot of people patronise young people thinking...
They don't know.
Yeah, or it's a phase, or it's that kind of thing. But if you... it might be a phase, you don't know.
How do you just know? How do they know? And how do you know? You don't know what you're going to evolve into. They don't know what you're going to evolve into. And it's the same question when they were young. How did they know they were straight?
Only time will tell.
People change when they're older as well, don't they? People when they're 40s, they realise that they're gay.
Exactly. So time will tell, and it doesn't matter if you do change. It doesn't make you any more of a weird person or...
Yeah. Just remember, they're being patronising.
Now, I'm quite happy that we got this second question because I've always wanted to answer this kind of question because I used to feel the exact same, and it is, I really want to get started on social media, but I don't have any equipment or any idea on what to do. What's your advice?
I mentioned this in my podcast, for Codfish Honey. We had this conversation about how phones are amazing at the moment. You don't need a camera. So many people that I know that take Instagram pictures, including Matthew, mainly use
I only ever use my iPhone 7 Plus for photos. Never use this camera, because we basically have one camera, so it's the G7X Mark II, it's a Canon, we vlog on it, we do this video now on it, we take our own Instagram photos on it because of the tripod, but I would never ever use one of these photos for my Instagram.
I use it for my makeup, but at the same time I'll take it with my phone, and I am going to maybe switching it up, because I do think my phone quality picks up quality that the camera doesn't, but I do generally think there's free apps out there, so you don't need to pay for Photoshop or anything like that. You don't need to pay for a camera, and especially for lighting. Lighting is pretty cheap. You can save, you get a good ring light for £40–50.
Which again, it still might be expensive, but it's a lot cheaper than what it was when we brought one.
It's not 300 quid, but also natural lighting's just as good.
Yeah, so you really, if you want to get started and just get going, you don't need a fancy camera. You can just use your phone because the quality is so comparable sometimes. Natural lighting, because obviously you're not going to shoot in the dark.
Yeah. Or
maybe you are, but it's up to you. But shooting, we've got so much good lighting. And then, ideas and things, if you're really struggling for ideas, just think about what you really like. I think that's the biggest thing, because if you're trying to make videos that other people are making to copy them, or it's just either it will do really well and you won't like your own content, or it will do really well when you do your own content and you'll be happy that you just did whatever you love.
And also you'll get bored. Realistically, if you're on social media and you want it to grow and develop into something, it doesn't just happen overnight. So you've got to kind of love the content you're putting, or you will just get bored of it. And
you might think that there's literally a group for everything out there. So if you were just interested in different types of surfboards, because we've got a little miniature one over there from LA, if you were just interested in just surfboards or something, there'd be a little surfboard group, or there'd be anything out there. And don't compare it to other things, for example, things that I like in terms of conspiracies or different clothes and things. It's not as big as the MUA community, for example. So it's just think of it if that's really cool, for your own little niche thing.
Yeah, and even if you're in a niche, it's probably people out there that are in that niche. You just have to find them, in a sense.
And they are all out there, and they want to find you too. The next one is about careers. which I feel like is really appropriate for Ryan right now. How do you figure out your career path?
I'll let you know when I know. That's literally what it is. I think it annoys me how our society brainwashes
much
people.
Pressure.
And I think, like, I'm so over it. I'm so over, like, you having to need to know exactly what you want after school. How the hell are you supposed to know after school what you want to do? Like, you're still so young. I don't understand. And I think, like, that topic that you said, your friend, she worked in Domino's. She was so happy with Domino's, so happy with her job, but, like, she just felt pressured by people around her to do more. When she didn't want to, she was so content, so happy. She left the team, but she just felt that she has to do more.
It wasn't. People label it in their mind as like not a good enough job. And
some people aren't career focused, and I think that's a-okay. I think people just want a 9-to-5 job, and that's all they want. And I mean, like, you look at like our grandparents and stuff. They literally worked anything just because it was a job.
Sometimes just one job for the whole of their life.
Yeah, and I think now there's just so much pressure that you've always got to be more and more and more. And I think for myself, like, I think like I've just got down a massive rabbit hole, and I'm still trying to figure out stuff and trying to put stuff in where I want to be. But I think you don't need to know.
It just takes time, yeah. And I feel like if you're just leaving school or you're just leaving college and you're at that age and everyone's saying to you, go to uni, go to uni. Now, me and Ryan are like the complete opposites, because I was forced to go to uni but didn't get into what I wanted to do, so I just went into full-time work.
Yeah.
And then I went into uni like 5 years later and so happy that I did the degree I did. Or Ryan, for example, did a really cool degree, but it's not really what you want to do now, is it?
Well, I think it was just a waste of space, really. I think my degree didn't help.
But do you feel like if you had, I know...
But the reason I went was because I had to get out of my area. I thought uni's a really, really good way for you to reinvent yourself and start fresh. And I think uni is good. Even if my degree wasn't that good and I don't think it was useful, I do think it made me who I am now, like in the sense of like personal-wise, because you grow up. And I think that's good, but I think...
But do you wish you could have waited?
Yeah, I do.
To like the age that I went in?
I wish I waited until I knew what I wanted to do. But then if I did wait, would I be who I am now? And would I be so ballsy?
Probably not.
Exactly, so I think there's pros and cons to it all, but I think you shouldn't feel pressure. I went to uni because I really wanted to do what I did. That's why I think if you go to uni, you want to know what you're doing. If you're not interested in it and you don't really want to go do it, don't do it.
110 recommend a gap year or 5, because I took like 5.
Yeah, wait until you feel like you're really interested in something, you really enjoy something, inspired by something, or you're like, oh, I want to do this because it seems cool. Don't go into it because your friends are going into it.
Or don't let that careers advisor at college try and push you, because they nearly push. I wanted to do special needs teaching when I finished college. Didn't get in by 1 grade, which is just so disturbing, but I'm really happy I didn't do that now, because I feel like I'm just so happy I just didn't do it now. But I nearly got pushed into like this like community social work degree thing, and I just think, oh, like that's just not what I want to do. Like, and I was this close just being pushed into it, thinking, well, I have to do something, and that would have just been awful. Like, it just would not have, I would not be happy. I just know it wouldn't have been for me.
Just simply, I think, just wait. Wait until you know when you found an interest, or you know when you found something, and I think then that's when you need to go to uni in a sense.
So basically, no one knows when we're going to get a career. Even if you feel like you've got your career, you'll probably feel like you haven't got your career.
And you might want to change. There's no, I think we're in this like multi-purpose society where like we're in that adaptation where we can do so much more what we want to do. There's no like rigid. You can't just be that and stay at that. You are allowed to like leave that career and go into something else. So even if you go down one path, it's never too late to backtrack. Not backtrack, but go back and do something completely new. Never too late. So the next question is how to get through exams, and any advice when you are taking your exams?
I think what I used to do is put a ton of pressure on myself, and it used to be like exams were like my... Either if I failed, it would just kill me. Yeah, and like it really didn't. Like I didn't fail drastically on a lot of things, but and I did pass a lot of things, which was really good. But hello, look at me now, and like it would have been fine if I didn't do well on my exams. But I'm not saying don't do well on them. But all I'm thinking is don't kill yourself over it. Like just try. As long as you've tried your best. If I had failed and know that I tried my best, then I just would have been fine. But I was just. freaking out, and I used to just always make sure that I allowed at least 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day, or sometimes even 3 hours a day. Just make sure you allow that time, and just think, if you're thinking, oh, I don't want to revise, it's like 3 weeks or something until your exam, that's all it is, and then you've got all that freedom after. Because that used to be the best feeling, knowing I tried really hard, and then as soon as the exam's done, voila, the world is mine.
I think like my story is like I was like in the special group for everything. I was in the bottom of the bottom for everything. Like I was just my grades were predicted like E's and F's. That was my grades, and I think you just gotta keep trying. And even if someone tells you you're gonna not get a good grade, doesn't mean you should stop, because like in my eyes I smashed all mine. I only got like C's, but like that was so much higher than what I was predicted, and it got me into college. But I worked so hard, I did really try every day, hated revising. Nothing really stuck in my brain, but I made sure I kept reading those books and kept reading them over and over again.
These ones?
Yeah, even though I hated them, but I tried. Even when I came out the exam, and like even when I opened my GCSE results, some of them was still a D, and I was like, oh, I needed a C. I wasn't like too upset, because I was like, you know what, I tried my hardest. I couldn't do any more.
What more could you do, honey?
And you know what? It's just GCSEs. Like, no one in life's gonna ask you what you got for your GCSEs. I tell you now, your GCSEs aren't gonna make or break you. They're not gonna decide that you're gonna work in a corner shop for the rest of your life, or if you want to be like Prime Minister. That's never gonna stop you.
You just need to just try your best, and that's all you can give.
And like, there's ways around stuff. So even if you don't get your best grades, like and you need your grades for a course or A-levels,
there's always ways you can do other little courses to get on it if you don't get that grade. Like,
so I think for exams, going into an exam, I used to do like breathing. I used to like do breathing exercises, because I used to just get really worked up and like the pressure. So I used to just really like think of my breathing and just take 2 minutes to be like, I'm breathing, and just go in and be like, I'm gonna do the best I can, and I'm happy with that. And that's my advice, really. Next question: how do I deal with homophobic family members?
Now, this one I haven't personally...
Cut them.
Okay, there we go. Cut them. Cut them with a knife. No, basically, I haven't ever had any really homophobic family members, really. Have you?
Yeah.
Then what did you do? Well, what's your advice? What would be the right thing to do?
The right thing, there is no right or wrong reasons, because it's just down to your personal opinion. But I do think it's unfortunate, but it's sad and it's unfortunate, but it is it is reality and it is life. And like, the thing that I've learned now is you're not there to change or prove yourself. You're not there to change their opinions. You don't have to change that. There's nothing you can do, in a sense.
And if they're not loving you for who you are, really, do you want that in your life?
Yeah.
No, like, it's their loss, not yours. I know that's probably easier said than done.
Sucks. It really does suck.
I know it's easier said than done, but I feel like there's such a massive world, like billions of people out there. Like, I know it's family, it's hard, but there will be someone else out there that will look after you just as much and be there for you, whether that be a boyfriend, a best friend, a group of friends from like a club or something like that.
Or just like, someone over the world on the
like
laptop.
Online. Like, there's so many friends you make online. I know it can feel lonely if you're just talking to them online, but sometimes
you've got to remember you're not the only one.
Yeah, like there's so many people going through it.
It sucks, but there is a lot of people that have that same situation. It doesn't make you like a less of a human or less of a person, and you should never feel like there's something wrong with you, because you're exactly who you're supposed to be. You've just got some idiots around you. That's my opinion.
But we love you.
And also, you never know, people that are homophobic, they just don't like understand. That takes some time, like, and sometimes time is the best thing to grow, and sometimes that person, they might be really homophobic right now, but later in life they might have a reality check and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. So just bear that in mind, that like, they might not be homophobic, they might not get it.
Like, I think that goes with like older people as well. Like, I know you can feel really angry at them, and it can be just really disgusting that they haven't changed with the world. But then, it could it be their parents' fault because they grew up and they just don't know any different? It's like, if we grew up in a pack of wolves, and this is really off topic, and didn't meet any humans and we met humans, but we grew up with a pack of wolves, we would know nothing, we would be aggressive to humans. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you just, they just think you have the better channel of mind than what they have.
And just keep being you and keep focusing on the people that love who you are.
You are.
Yeah. And then cut them.
So the last question for today's video is, what do you do when you really just don't get on with your partner's family? Now, we are very fortunate because you get on with mine and I get on with yours, isn't that right? But
in the past I haven't got along with my ex's mum.
Go on then.
Like,
have it out with her online.
Oh, I don't like you. If you're watching this, do not like you. Never liked you. You're rude. I mean it. No, I think people clash. People just don't like people, and I mean, looking back at it, I think it must be quite hard in a sense to be a parent and watch your son or daughter be with
someone that you don't like.
Because, well, no, because it's not that, but it's just like it is quite your son and daughter. You get to sit and grow up. And you have to, in a sense, let them go.
And some people just can't let go.
And sometimes, I think that some parents find that quite hard, and they're still their baby. And I think it's hard that, look back at it, sometimes it's probably that's why they clash. Or they might just be a not nice person.
And I've got a friend that doesn't get on with her other half's parents. And I just think, you know, just don't let it come between your relationship, because at the end of the day that you're with that person, not their parents. I know they can be a big part of the family or whatever, and it can be really annoying at Christmas or birthdays, but that's only like one day out of 365.
Just
like,
smile
and kill them with kindness. Like, you are so nice. If you're like, say if they're really rude to you, or they like,
it's like, oh, Merry Christmas.
If you're really happy and like over smile, like that will literally get in their like soul, and they will just, yeah, that will be like jabbing them.
But also, it's a sense of like, be careful. Like, when I didn't get along with my ex's mum, I would only say so much to him, because that's his mum. Like, it's not nice. So just be in mind that you might not like that person, but don't be that person that's like moaning about their mum, because that's not nice.
Be chill, rise above it, and just be the better one.
It's like if Matthew was moaning about my dad, and he didn't get along with my family, and he was moaning about them, but then he started talking to me about that. Me and Matthew have issues.
So don't let that come in between them.
Yeah, so I think just be rise above it in a sense.
Smile, be fake as you like, and
grit your teeth.
Grit those teeth, but don't crush them.
Yeah.
So we hope that you guys found this video really, really helpful. We did get loads more questions, which we'll save for another video, but we thought we'd keep it kind of short and sweet, so we could just get
juicy.
Yeah, just keep it juicy, loosey. So if you did like this video, give it a massive thumbs up, and if you think you would give any different advice to what we've said in these videos, leave a comment down below, because it will help everyone in our little Matthew and Ryan family. And
yeah, if you have any advice, then spread that love, spread that knowledge, spread your opinion down below, because I'd love to read them, and I'm sure other people will go and read them as well, so you might be helping other people.
And as you know, we reply to every single comment.
And make sure you've hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And follow us on Instagram, and follow us on TikTok, and follow us everywhere else.
That's pretty much it now.
And also, if you are interested, my candles are down
below. Get my candles. And we love you guys, and we'll see you soon. Mwah.
Woo!
Oh, and I've got a new YouTube channel, the link is down below. Mwah.